Hey guys, so welcome back to another guessing things about you series, or video of the series. So the rules are pretty simple. I'm going to guess things about you, and if I get them right, you have my permission to fall asleep. Now, traditionally, I like to do a little mind reading type bit. But I've gotten kind of like sick of doing that. So lately I've been doing more of a good night to you, if good night to you, if. But rest assured, I'm still guessing things. Also, we have a new addition, a new filming buddy. So he will be in the background, in and out. His name is Tofu. I love him very much, and I just wanted to introduce you guys to him before the video started. So back on the bed he goes. Okay, y'all, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, first I want to start off with a little name segment, sort of to pay homage to my If I Say Your Name videos that kind of like put me on a lot of you guys' radars. So I've done this in the last couple videos too. Good night to you if you have a pet. Speaking of dogs, oh, look at him in the background. Why are you sitting on the edge? Like, good night to you if you have a pet named Noodles, or Steve, or finally, if you have a pet named Penelope. Good night to those of you who have a dog, or sorry, a pet named Noodles, Steve, or Penelope. You have my permission to sleep. Super specific. Okay. Now we're moving on to parents' names. You guys know I did this in the last two videos. Good night to you if your parents' names are Amy and Oscar. Very specific. If you have a mother named Amy and a father named Oscar, Amy and Oscar, then you have my permission to fall asleep. Or if your parents' names are Emily and George. Emily and George. See, those are pretty generic names, so specific in that it's a combination of the two. But I feel like I'll get a couple of you out with that. Okay, one more parents' names guess. But this one is going to be even more specific because I'm including occupations. Similar to the last video, I did one of these. So, I want to say goodnight to you if your mother is a therapist named Marie. Or maybe Mary. I'll take Mary too. It's pretty damn specific, the occupation thing. So let's say Mary or Marie. You have my permission to fall asleep. Or if your father is a high school teacher named Andrew, you have my permission to fall asleep. Good night. Oh, and as always, I wanted to let you guys know you should definitely let me know down in the comments when I get something right about you, because I love reading your guys' little blurbs about what I got right and how surprised you were. It's actually like, it's just so funny to me. I don't know why. It just shows what a big world this is, that I can make up all this bullshit and a lot of you actually are like, hey, that's me. Okay, switching subjects from the names to something very different. Good night to you if I guess what prescription medication you take. Good night to you if you take gabapentin or Effexor. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Effexor. you if you have been divorced 3 times. You must be on the older end of my demographic if you've been divorced 3 times, but there are people in my family who's been divorced 3 times, so it's not that uncommon. So, if you have been divorced 3 times, then you have my permission to fall asleep. Or, if your mother is on her 4th marriage, then you have my permission to fall asleep. Okay, T, mom's a player. I love it for her. Maybe, kind of. Probably not for you. That's a lot of turbulence. Okay. Good night to you. If you and your younger sister were adopted out of foster care, then you have my permission to fall asleep. Good night to you. Good night to you. Good night. Good night to you. Good night to you. If you are currently wearing striped red and white socks or checkered purple and blue pajama pants. Good night to you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. A lot of you said you liked the anticipatory aspect of these videos, so maybe I'll try to do that a little bit more. Okay, next up is cities that you live in. Good night to you if you live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Okay. Or this next one is in Pennsylvania, and it starts with a P. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Then you have my permission to fall asleep. If I guessed right that you live in Fort Wayne, Indiana, or Pottsville, Pennsylvania, you have my permission to fall asleep. Okay, now let us broaden the horizons here a bit outside of the country I live in and branch out to do some international cities. So, if you live in Kawasaki, Japan, first of all, sick, let me know in the comments, but you have my permission to fall asleep. Or, if you live in Alexandria, Egypt, you have my permission to fall asleep. Alexandria, Egypt. Okay. Hi. Hi. Can you be put down now? Are you going to be a baby about this? Do you have to be held the whole time? Okay, I switched the lighting and setup situation a little bit. It was looking a little wonky. So, moving on. This one is related to musical theater. So if you are a theater kid or once were a theater kid, I want you to listen up. Turn those listening ears on. So if you have ever played the role of Judd in Oklahoma, or it's from the musical Fiddler on the Roof. If you've ever played Seidel in Fiddler on the Roof, or Judd from Oklahoma, then you have my very, 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 very special permission to fall asleep. Straw, berry. Sorry, gotta keep my mind focused. Alright, I'd like to give a very special good night to anyone who is currently working on trying to improve their sleep hygiene, who's tried face masks before, but either they always let light in, it's too overwhelming for your sensory stuff, they're itchy, they slide off. If you've had that experience, good night to you. But also, you know I had to do it to him. I'm going to recommend that you check out the sponsor of today's video, Manta Sleep. Does this look like you all of the time, every day? Well, let me put you on to the Manta Sleep Mask. As a very sleepy girl with a very chronic illness, sleep is very important to me, and sleep masks have really just never done it for me. They're always too tight, too loose, too itchy, or they don't even block the light out to begin with. But the Manta Sleep Mask is a total game changer, guys. Manta has mastered total blackout with their unique C-shaped eye cups. The material is breathable and lightweight, and everything about the mask is adjustable. Plus, you can get all different kinds of add-ons like heating or cooling cups for headaches, aromatherapy, or my personal favorite, the Manta Sleep Sound, which comes with razor-thin built-in headphones. Here's me before the Manta Sleep Mask, and here's me after. Okay, that's false advertising. It's not actually me. Here's me after. Okay, but for real, guys, I really do stand by this product. I've been traveling a lot lately, and bringing it on the plane with me has been amazing for getting some sleep. If you're interested in trying it out, you can use my code SOMNIAL for 10% off at checkout, or just follow my link in the pinned comment. Thank you so much to Manta for sponsoring this video. Now let's get right back into it. Good night to you. If you work in HR, human resources at a tech company, then you have my permission to fall asleep. I feel like that one's specific, but there's a lot of people who work in HR, and tech is pretty broad, so maybe I'll catch a few of you with that one. So good night to you. Mwah. Do you guys like my sweater? I can finally wear this shit because I dyed my hair, so now every time I wear a turquoise or a bright blue, I won't get a million gazillion comments saying, Lois Griffin. Good night to you if you are watching this while packing for a trip. Packing for a trip. That's gonna be me later because I'm packing to go on a trip tomorrow. By the time you guys see it, I'll probably already be on vacation, but I'm packing tonight and I will definitely be listening to ASMR. But if you're listening to me while packing for a trip, good night to you, or good luck to you. You have my permission to sleep later when you're done packing. Good luck with that, and also let me know in the comments where are you going. Okay. Good night to you if you work at this specific grocery chain in the UK. Good night to you if you work at Morrison's. Or if you work at, this is international, Monoprix. Bro, Monoprix was my shit when I went to France, bro. So reliable. Love that place. Good night to you if you work at a Monoprix or Morrison's. Good night. Good night to you. If you are allergic, did you think I was gonna say peanuts? That's too obvious. Last time I said raspberries, and actually a few of you said yes. You said that you have a glucose intolerance or something along those lines, but good night to you if you're allergic to pineapple allergies. I think I might have an oral allergy to apples and pineapples because the pollen or something makes my tongue feel puffy, when you have an allergic reaction. But I don't know, it doesn't make my throat close up or anything, so. But I do love pineapple, and I'm very sorry if you have an anaphylactic freaking allergy to pineapple. I am so sorry. And you have my permission to sleep. Okay, good night to you if you are listening or watching this on your phone or tablet. let you get away with just that? Psst, no. While you are simultaneously playing Minecraft Pocket Edition. Minecraft on your tablet or phone. Then good night to you. Good night. Okay, stop what you're doing, and I want you to look at the clock. Whether that's in the little corner of your screen, whether it's on your nightstand, I want you to look at the time right now. And you have my permission to fall asleep if it is either 11:42 p.m. 4:13 p.m. or 6:37 a.m. Gotcha with the a.m. one. Good night to you guys. If it is that time, and let me know in the comments, because I love when that stuff happens. Okay, we're gonna do birthdays again. Birthdays. There's 365 days in the year, and pretty much every one of the last, 3 of these videos, I've guessed 3 days. So let's chug on along to some new ones. Good night to you. If your birthday is... I was considering adding a year. I'll do 2 without a year and 2 with a year, okay? Alright, here we go. Good night to you if your birthday is December 27th. December 21st of 2004. August 1st. In general, no year. August 1st, babies. Good night. Or April 13th of 1998. Go to bed, oldie. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm a 2003 baby, so we're not that far apart. I don't know what this is. Okay. Good night to you. If you are listening to this look around you. Where are you? If you are listening to this this is a public location. Alright, so if you're at home or at a friend's house, eliminate it. If you are watching this in Starbucks, okay? If you're watching this in Starbucks, you have my permission to fall asleep, or, well, don't fall asleep at the Starbucks, but you get the gist. Did I guess something right about you? Leave it in the comments. You are now forced. So leave it in the comments. Okay. Or we'll do one more location. We did activity. We did packing your bags for a trip. We did Starbucks. Now let's say if you are watching this in your uncle and or aunt's guest bedroom. Your uncle or aunt's guest bedroom. Then you have my permission to fall asleep and tell your aunt/uncle that I said hi and I love them and I miss them so dearly. Call me. Good night to you. If you are a father of a girl named Phoebe, a mother to a boy named Angelo, or I'm adding this last minute. You are a mother or a father, just a parent to a child named, oh shit, we're doing a first and middle name. A child named Sadie. Middle name Marie. I was being generous with the middle name there. Sadie Marie. If you are a mother or a father to a child with the name Sadie Marie, you have my permission to fall asleep. And also, again, let me know in the comments. I mean, you don't have to. If you're trying to snooze right now, you don't gotta let me know. But I just like it. I just like to read your guys' comments. I know I don't always reply, but I don't get enough comments to neglect them completely. I still boop, 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 get those notifications, those notifs on my phone. Ding, ding, ding. And I'm low-key obsessed with looking at them. So, let me know if I got any of this right so far. Okay, moving on. We are going to do another thing about being a parent. So, if you are a parent of 3 children under the age of 10, one of which is a boy. Can't be all girls. If you are a parent to 3 children under the age of 10 and at least one of them is a boy, then you have my permission to fall asleep. If you are a parent of two sons, ages 3 and 9, that's 10, 9, then you have my permission to fall asleep. And to all of you parents, good luck. Love ya. Sending good vibes. You're tough. So, props to you. Okay. Now, good night to those of you. We're gonna name some little, like, hobbies / occupations again. Good night to you if you are a 3rd grade teacher. Or a history professor for college students. You have my permission to fall asleep. We've mentioned a lot of stuff about teachers so far. And you have permission to fall asleep if you are the bassist in a metal band, or the vocalist in a band that starts with the letter W. Good night to you. And did I guess it right? Okay, good night to you. If you have ever broken your wrist. Not just that, you thought you were slick. You broke your wrist in a car accident. Yikes. Hope you're okay. Some people in previous videos have said that I shouldn't be bringing up anything negative because it's like triggering. Someone I mentioned getting cheated on in the last video, and I got a comment that was like, that could be really triggering, which I'm pondering. I don't know, maybe I should start omitting anything negative. I did mention divorce in this video, but I don't know, for me that stuff would just be so crazy if someone guessed it that it wouldn't, like, I don't know. Let me know, give me your guys' feedback. I really do appreciate it. And also, if you do prefer my whole I have an amazing intuition bit that I do in my older guessing things about you video, let me know. I can do it again. I just wanted to mix it up a little bit. Okay. Good night to you. We mentioned cars because car accidents, but let's guess what kind of car you drive. last one. And we're doing it again. If you drive a blue Honda Civic, a red Jeep Commander, or a tan Buick Century, then you have my permission to fall asleep. Y'all, I bring up tan Buick Century because that's what I drove. I drove that for a while, and then I got crashed into, and my car got literally sandwiched. It was very traumatic. That was probably my worst. I've been in 3 car accidents in my life, 2 of which I was in the driver's seat for, and that was easily the most traumatic one. Holy crap. Ugh. I still am messed up from that. And yet here I am talking about it. Okay, moving on. We did a whole little bit about relationships and dating last time. So let's do that. Good night to you if you are dating someone with an age gap. Wait. Specifically. How many years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your age gap? Nope. 6. If you have a 6-year age gap with your partner, then you have my permission to fall asleep, sleep. Okay. And I was literally just talking about trying to avoid hitting soft spots, but we are going to mention something about a breakup right now. So if you can't hear that, maybe just skip ahead like 20 seconds. Okay. Good night to you if you have been broken up with on your birthday or Christmas. Yikes. Good night to you. Good night. And I'm sorry, you were very strong for getting through that. And feel free to vent, talk your shit in the comments about that, because I will read it. I love to know the tea. And to kind of bookend this video, we still have a little bit more. Don't worry, you might still get called something. Not a mean name. I'm going to take suggestions from my YouTube members. So, this one is from Hammett. They say you have at least 3 streaming service memberships, and one of them is Prime Video. So if that applies to you, good night to you. Good night. This next one comes from my member, Marco1277. Marco, by the way, I'm pretty sure I've been saying Marco127 since you became a member, and you've been a member for ages. So, my bad, brother. But Marco wants me to name a specific country in Europe and a specific sport that you play. So, my specific country in Europe is going to be... You were born in Macedonia, and your favorite sport to play is tennis. Tennis is a thing. Yeah, international sport. I was gonna say baseball, but then I was like, my dumbass. I got my America brain turned on. That was my eagle sound. Okay. And another one from I Sleep Sometimes 1302. I think a relatively new member of mine. Hello, welcome. Wants me to name an Eminem variation. So, if your favorite Eminem variation is the coffee kind, coffee M&Ms, then you have my permission to fall asleep. Good night, and thank you to my members for those suggestions. Now we're hopping over to my Discord server to see what suggestions they left. Okay, these ones come from Hector, one of my moderators. Love you. So Hector Remector says, good night to you if you have ever streamed on Twitch. If you've streamed on Twitch before, then you have my permission to fall asleep, sleep, 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 sleep. And if your dirty clothes bin is just a plastic trash can, that is very specific, then you have my permission. I just realized I had a red floof on my shoulder that whole time. Damn, I'm gonna get comments about that. You have my permission to fall asleep, sleep, 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 sleep. And finally, Remector, if you have ever been stung by a jellyfish, then you can fall asleep. Good night to you, good night to you, good night to you, good night to you, good night to you. Okay, another one from the server. Ronan says, good night to you if you have 3 different alarms to wake up in the morning and they all have jokey insults or bossy titles as their name. Then you have my permission to fall asleep. Good night. Good love. I love you, love you, love you. Good night. Okay, from my server, Say, S-A-E, suggests that I say goodnight to anyone with a poster on their wall of the movie Scream. If you have a Scream poster up on your wall, you have permission to fall asleep. Okay. And from Frogger on my server, good night to anyone who woke up before your college classes today and then went back to sleep and missed all of them. Damn. You're cooked. No, I'm just kidding. It's alright. It's alright. Everybody makes mistakes. So good night. Good night to you if that happened to you today. And finally, another one from my server, Sunny/Ella, says, good night to you if you currently have a half-drinking bottle of, I'm gonna put a specific drink. She put a more general one, but I'm gonna say something specific. Snapple. If you have a half-drinking Snapple next to you at this exact moment, then you have my permission to fall asleep, sleep, 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 sleep. Okay, now at the end, I want to just throw out a few more general ones, just so a bunch of you get to fall asleep anyway. Not as specific as the rest of the video, although you're lucky. I'm being generous because the whole point of this video is to guess specific things. Lucky you. I'm letting you off this time. So, I'm coming up with these off the dome. Good night to you if you had a cup of sleepy time tea with you tonight. Good night to you if you have a cat sticker on your laptop. Good night to you if your name is Jake, or if your name is Renee. Good night to you if you are currently sick with COVID. I'm wishing you wellness and healing. But if you are currently sick with COVID, then you have my permission to sleep. You're probably like, thank God. And good night to you if your natural hair color is very, very dark. So either black or brown, but you currently have it dyed pink or purple, then you have my permission to fall asleep. Finally, if you are listening to this on AirPod Pros, you have my permission to fall asleep, sleep. Or if you are watching this in bed right now, but all the lights in the room are on, then you have my permission to fall asleep. And finally, if you are watching this while you are in the same room as your sibling, then you have my permission to fall asleep, sleep. Finally, I want to say goodnight to all of my YouTube members. Of course, I have to let you guys fall asleep at the end of these videos. Thank you to the person who suggested that last time. So, good night to my members. Okay, I feel like that got out quite a few of you. I'm hoping a good amount of you got to fall asleep from this video. I love you guys so much. I also, of course, want to say thank you to my second tier members whose names always get to go up at the end of every video on the screen. So, here are my second tier members, and if you'd like the same treatment, you can become a member or become any tier of member for some extra content from me, as well as more community posts and general engagement with moi. I also want to say goodnight to my moderators, my loyal moderators. I never gave you guys shout outs, so I just wanted to shout out some of my mods, specifically Hector and Jessica. And for the rest of you, I kindly ask you to hit that subscribe button. If you watched all the way to the end, that's pretty damn impressive, and I don't see why you can't just go that subscribe button. It's completely free, and it barely takes any effort. And if you want to be extra as hell, go on and click that ring notification bell. Okay, guys, I'm wishing you all peace, happiness. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah.